Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll talk about mostly on the soft flow. Before that, if you have not watched my previous video, please go and watch that my previous video regarding that flow because this is the continuation video of that one. So let's take about that subflow. So subflow, when you're going to create any subflow, there will be two parameters very important: input parameter and output parameters. Okay, so we'll talk these points later. So before with that, let me open that flow that we have designed in previous session. So this is the incident task created flow we have designed in my previous session, where the condition I have put that if the incident is updated and caller is Rohit, then we should be able to create one incident task, right? So let's create one subflow first, and before that let me open the incident. If you see in the incident, I have created two checkboxes, change required, problem required, two checkboxes I have designed here. And this is the caller field which is right now empty. I'm putting that my name as a caller so that we will be able to trigger our flow and then continue that. So I'm putting my name as a Rohit and selecting that, and I'm creating one record with that problem is required, and my expectation is that once I select the problem is required, it should create one incident task along with that one problem. Okay, so let's go back to here and start modifying this flow. Okay, so first we'll talk about, as I told that I'll talk about today the slow subflow. So first I have to be create one subflow called problem create task. Okay, so this is one my subflow. You can see as per like previous, there are the two drop down, user who initiated or system user. We are going to select the user who initiated and click the submit. So we are going to create one subflow. So subflow is part of the flow, right? So we are going to create one subflow, and here in the subflow you can see there are two parameter, inputs and output. So we are going to create one parameter called incident. So we'll take the incident details here. So we are creating one incident, and this should be the reference of incident table. Okay, and we are going to create one more outputs here, and that should be string. So what we'll do, we'll take those two parameter, and what we'll do, click action and create a record under the problem, and set value short description. So description, yeah, description is problem created from, we'll put that incident number from here. Sorry, so put here number, and let's see is there any incident field related incident. We'll put that subflow incident number here. Okay, and so once this subflow is done, we'll return this, right? So flow logic will return some value. So what we'll do, assign subflow outputs, we are selecting here drop down output, we are selecting that success. We will return the success. That's it. So when this subflow will be start, or when this subflow will be ready, we will take as a parameter as the incident number, and that incident number will put in our problem, and I'm just making this incident is mandatory, saving that and making publish. So when this subflow will be called, there has to be have some incident number as a reference, and then that incident object will take care, and then will create a problem and create a record. Okay, so let's test that. Clicking the test button, you can see there is incident parameter. I have to select one incident, so let's take this incident and so once this 101 incident I am selecting and run this, it will create a problem record, and then this problem record will be have some sort description called uh, this one. Okay, so this problem record is just now created, and this problem have the description called incident. That is how it is working. Okay, so let me, I think there you can see it's come first, so we'll put that incident number here. Okay, so that is done. Okay, we have created one subflow here, and this subflow can be called from any of this script include, or it can be called any of this flow. Subflow can be called any of this script include, or any of this you can say here. Okay, so let me tell you that. So to call this from the script include, you have to click right here, and then if you see there are code snippet, if you click the code snippet, you will be able to see that some pre-populated generated code. Okay, here that inputs is incident, you have to just pass the gr record glide record of this incident, and it this API will be called. Okay, this subflow will be called. You can see that problem created task, so this will be called. Or else this is from the script include if you want to call, or else if you go here in the incident task, what we'll do, we'll start modifying here only. So we'll put a we can call this from the flow, that subflow. Okay, let's do that. What we'll do first, here if you see incident is updated, so what we are doing, we are creating one incident task, right? Along with that we'll put subflow, and this subflow will be problem created task. We'll call this problem related task. Before that okay, and here the incident number will pass that the trigger incident, which is the record. Okay, that's it and done. So you can see we are passing that incident number here, we are calling the subflow. It before that we can put some flow logic. We are putting that flow logic is if incident record have that call problem required checkbox true, then only we will call this one, this problem task created, this API. Else what we can do, we can put the flow logic. Else we can put else for else, so I'm just putting the for the timing else. So flow logic and else, we are doing nothing, we'll just update that incident might be. Okay, we'll put that update condition here. Select the record is that, we'll put that work notes as problem required unchecked. So what we'll do first, let's see understand that in this row the first your this subflow will be trigger, this flow will be trigger once this caller is Rohit, and this incident will be updated. It will create one incident task, and once that incident task will be created, you will trigger that, you will check that if problem is required checked, you are going to call the subflow, and then if that is unchecked, you are going to update with the work notes and send that. Okay, so we are putting that here incident task, somehow it means that parent, or what was that, incident is our input trigger incident record, and short description is created from incident record and number. Okay, Let's save that and activate and see that how it looks like. Activate. Okay. So we just activated this one. Now if I go here and click the execution, whatever the executes happens, it will show that we just execute 5 minutes ago that problem created task by clicking the test button, right? So let's go back to the incident. We have checked that problem required checkbox. Uh, what we'll do, we'll do that test update, and once we click and update the record, it should trigger some flow and it should create some incident task in between there in the lower section. Also it should create one problem record for us. So let's save that for 10211, and if you go here flow designer and click all, you will be able to see that so first it's you can see that it's open that flow designer, and here it's create one incident task and it's satisfied, and it calls another subflow called problem created task, and this subflow return the success. And now we can see that what this subflow returns, um, that also you can see. Okay, so let's go back to the incident and refresh that. We should be able to see one incident task below. This incident task is created, and if we go here problem, we should be able to see the problem that just now created through that one. So let's, I'm assuming this one, you can see problem created for 2001 from this one. And if I see here in the related record, we put some um, somewhere that incident number under some section, so which is not visible. So basically the idea is it's create a problem record. Okay, so you can that way you can see that you can be able to now let me go back here. This is the flow we have created. Also remember in this main branch, this branch is the main branch, is to will be always execute. Either it go to the if block or else block, it will be execute that. If there is any action is added here, it will be always execute. So there always main branch will be execute. After is if block, it will go, it will not execute the else block, it will straightly come to this point. Okay, so always remember, if you think that it this is the else block, it's wrong. Else block you have to be declared specifically. Okay, so I am just putting that this is main branch. Okay, so remember that one whenever you are doing something, you should remember that this is your main branch. And if you are doing something putting if block on else, you should always remember that you should put the else block. Otherwise this if you put something as else block, this will be execute always. Okay, and coming to that, there are one more things that you can do. If you see that any of these let's open that one. Like if I go here like update record, you can see there are fx is nothing but that it's a script variable. Okay, so you can be able to get some value called fd data trigger, then current, then you can put some variables which is you are actually getting from this incident. And then if you want to do some scripting, you can do them some scripting and set some value. Okay, so like I can put that something like that here I have to do something like return. So this is the incident short description. Okay, so current dot short description, nothing but the incident short description. So I can put something like that. This is come data is from script, and I'm just doing the concatenation. You can do whatever your the like even in a if condition you can write the script. So basically I'm just putting that some condition. So once you put that and save that, let's open that one. So this one will be evaluated from the script. Even in if condition you can write that script also. Okay, if we require, like here you can write the script. Okay, like trigger condition, incident record, problem, what is that, problem required, and then you can click that fx. There will be some uh, pre-populated script which you can use, like trim, slice, you can do all those stuffs here. Okay, if you have that condition. So that's all about. Okay, so if you have any question, just let me know. In our next session we'll talk about few things called um, the actions, and we'll talk about something about data stream, which is really recently they added in the Paris version. Okay, thank you very much.